Dreams, hope, hard work, reality. This is what Hamble Pan Disability offer to disadvantaged adults across Southampton and the wider South Coast. From the lows of financial struggles to the highs of playing in Barcelona, this pan disability side from a small village in Hampshire is striving for diversity. The manager of the Pan Disability Adults is Adam Moore. Moore has been coaching in disability sides for roughly 6 years after switching to Hamble from Sholen.
So I've been in now for a year and a half, involved with Hamble Pan Disability Adults. I've been in Pan Disability football for 6 years, so I coached at the Sholen Football Club for 3 years. We've all come across now to Hamble, and I've been doing it 6 years straight.
Most of the players have other jobs outside of Pan Disability football, which means it can be tough to play sometimes. Moore is no different, and the role he has at Hamble is not his main job. Despite it not being his main job, he is still dedicated to the role, and he always thinks about Pan Disability football and his players.
Yes, this is a volunteering role for me. I work 40 hours during the week, but my mind's always on this, to give these adults and players opportunities that they can't get in mainstream football, and to help our youth progress and be better players, better people. We allow them to help coaching, to help referee games, and just to get involved in everything. So it means so much to me. My brain's always ticking Pan Disability football, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be.
On the 18th of September 2022, the side travelled to Barcelona to play FC Barcelona Pan Disability. However, this did not come without struggles, with a GoFundMe page being set up in February of last year to help cover the travel costs. Despite only £415 being raised out of a goal of £2,000, the trip went ahead, and it was a moment and experience for everyone in the side to remember.
For me, it was amazing. So since I organised it, it was many a sleepless nights, just shaking out of pure excitement. The players, it meant a lot. It is very hard for some of them, obviously, to communicate and show what it means to them. But it meant a lot when we were out there. You could see how happy they all were, and the experience. We had a tour around the stadium after our game. To see some of them walk around our stadium with their faces beaming was for 9 months of pure hard work for me, was just so rewarding in even just that 2 minutes you were seeing them in the museum.
Jack Winston moved to Hamble along with Moore, and believes there have been a huge improvement in the players as a whole.
There's a lot of improvement, not just for myself but the players from where they've come as well. Obviously we used to play at Sholen, and obviously we moved, all of us, to Hamble.
Winston travelled to Barcelona and played in the match, but the change was very difficult for the Hamble Pan Disability player, despite the positivity.
It was somewhere different, the culture was different, the weather, the humidity, everything about Barcelona was totally different to what it is over England. So it was a really great experience.
After all the difficulty by the management organising for the club to play against Barcelona, it certainly paid off for the players. The experience was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many of these adults, and Winston is no different. For him, the Barcelona trip is up there with some of the best experiences he has ever had.
Probably, yeah, it is. Yeah, Barcelona is obviously the best place I've actually been to, apart from obviously Switzerland and Austria.
Football can be a difficult sport, and Pan Disability football is no different. However, with dedication and effort, anything is possible, no matter your disability.
You have your good days, you have your bad days, but obviously you always got to improve.
All of these players will have similar aims for their future careers in football, but Winston has laid out one simple aim for his own future in football.
Just to keep playing and obviously help the club and improve.
Hamble have focused a lot on the pan disability side to give these adults the opportunity to play that they wouldn't necessarily have been able to have elsewhere. The disability side is one of many branches of Hamble Club FC, and the focus from the hierarchy at Hamble Club is key to the disability side's trips, opportunities and success. Manager Moore believes the focus on the opportunities the club have been able to secure has had a major impact on the players.
The players have come a long way immensely. Even the players that come across with me to Hamble, they've come leaps and bounds. It's just the confidence in the club and that the club have given us, and the opportunities and abilities, and the access to things we can use at the club that brought these players on leaps and bounds. We've got access to physio. We've got a minibus so we can go away to our games. It's something these players don't have to worry about. It gives them that confidence. It's something else they need to stop worrying about, and they can get there to those games. And it's something we can take on. It's an extra bit of stress we can take on for them, so they can just focus on playing football, and that's something that's the only thing they're here to do.
Pan disability football is not just for people with physical disabilities, but it is also for people who suffer from mental disabilities. Depression and anxiety are two of the many mental health conditions that would allow you to play, and Hamble Pan Disability is there to give these opportunities to people with all different types of mental health conditions, which mean they would struggle in mainstream football.
Yeah, so I mean, to Hamble as a community and to the nation, right, to the region, to the world, pan disability football is something we should always be looking at. It gives opportunities to, it's not only those that Down syndrome and those with walkers' frames, amputees. It's those with mental health conditions. They can't play mainstream football because of anxiety, depression. They can't cross the white line. This is what these clubs are here and these teams are here to do: is to help people progress and cross that white line, play football. If you get to an ability where you think, actually, yeah, I can go into mainstream, go. That's the progression for you, and that's what we want to do. If we can't help you progress into mainstream football, we want to give you the best opportunities we can here. To play at training grounds. We have the Etihad training ground, Watford training ground, Staplewood, Southampton training ground. We've been in a ton of places. Barcelona training ground for one. You're not going to get that in mainstream football. And it's important to these guys that they do it. It's important to everybody that they realise that these teams go on, because nobody is far from anybody with a disability, and those people can struggle sometimes and not know how to convey it, how to express it, and we all as a nation need to read that and say, actually, let's go out, let's get you playing football. Do you enjoy watching it? You enjoy playing it? You used to enjoy playing it. Let's get you in a team where that supports you doing it. If you don't want to play, come and watch. It's what we're here to do.
The opportunities for the players at Hamble are second to none, and it has helped everyone at the club to improve along the way since the majority of them joined from Sholen. The match in Barcelona against Barcelona Pan Disability is just one of the many representations of the opportunities given to them at Hamble. Despite the financial limitation, the club are willing to keep investing in the disability side of football under the guise of manager Moore to give individuals who wouldn't previously have had the chance to play football an opportunity to play within the sport.